Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The final Gears of War game, which is now just called Gears for some reason. Actually, I find that quite irritating. Let's call Gears of War 5 Gears 5. I know people refer to it as Gears, but that's just a social abbreviation. Everybody does that. It'd be like them just deciding to call Resident Evil 8 Resi 8. No, I'm not a fan of the name change. But whatever. Oh yes, spoilers abound.
Welcome back, kids. Oh, one thing. Jen found out about our little vacation to Hammerland, and as I predicted, she's not happy. Now that she's done yelling at me, she wants to yell at you. All of you. Roger that, Control.
Come on, time to face the music.
Oh, here we go once again into the train pain. The train pain? The pain train, the train of pain. Shut up and get on with the fucking review, eh? Somebody's a grumpy Gus tonight. Welcome to the Gears 5 review. I will try and impart you with my knowledge in as much as I've absolutely managed to remember. There'll be some things that I miss out because I am a forgetful prick. So you're just going to have to deal with that. If you don't like that, I don't care. Okay? So I hear you cry, what is Gears 5? Well, to absolutely no one's shock, it's a cover-based third-person shooter. Where you shoot things in third person in cover 90% of the time. Sometimes you'll be in a vehicle shooting things. But for most of the game, you'll be on your feet, crouched down, shooting over, you know, chest-high walls. Basically. There's a lot of chest-high things in this universe. That annoys some people. It's too video gamey. Well, it is a video game, so let's not think too heavily on that one, shall we? And I'll talk to you, like I said, as much as I can remember about the game, but I'm a forgetful big shite, so you'll just have to bear with me, alright? Right, so this game is actually a pseudo-open world game, right? You'll have to bear with the game for a wee while. A few missions down the line, it will open up and you will like, oh, I got a vehicle to use. It's a wee skiff with sails on it, and you just sort of ski about the place because it's wind operated, so you don't need to run out of fuel, you know. Even though it's a video game, so they didn't really have to have the fuel thing in it if they didn't want to, because they could have said it was some sort of fusion engine that was powering the thing. It's fusion, it lasts forever. And there are two open areas in this game. Now be aware that when you get to the certain part of the first area, which is all snowy, you'll be prompted that you cannot go back if you go forward. So that's you into the second area. So if there's any missions you've missed, make sure you do them before you continue on with your game. Otherwise, you'll have to start again. But there's a new game plus mode, so even if you did do that, just play it again, because, well, to be quite honest, it's just a fantastic game and you should be playing it multiple times Because it's a fantastic game!
Dave, with me!
Ignition, engine 1.
God damn it, James! I have got to learn to stop following you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I have to say, I think the shooting's probably the most refined it's ever been. And that's saying something, because I thought Gears of War 4 had really good shooting. This is just so much better. It's like, how much tighter and fucking fun can they make it? Well, as it turned out, quite a bit more. Very satisfying blowing heads off, blowing limbs off. Just a very satisfying time all round. It's very violent as well, so you beware of that, you know, with your chainsaw guns and your shotguns and your machine guns that can fire mini rockets. That's one of the new weapon things in this, is that you can get a Lancer now called the Lancer GL, and it will fire mini rocket. You don't get too many, and you need to sort of be careful how you aim, because they're not homing, but they are explosive. Honestly, there are more new weapons, but I can't really remember them, because I kind of just stick to my usual ones, my Lancers, my shotguns, my bolt gun thingy, the big hand cannon thing you get. Yeah, that's cool. I'm racking my brain here. You drop shot, that was in 4. It's just really, there are other ones, but they're not great, and they come at the second part of the game, and they take fucking ages to load, and that's a big fucking no-no for me. Another wee guy that's had a significant upgrade is Jack. Remember the robot, the flying robot thing, where you can now upgrade him, give him abilities, give him stim packs, give him more health. You can use like a sort of electronic laser beam type thing to freeze enemies and piss them off. You can make that last longer. You can make him revive enemies. You can make him revive if he's been down faster. You get the idea. You can upgrade and move abilities about that you want. You can use your D-pad up and down. It'll move the abilities, and it's just a really great thing. You know, it's just something that they needed. They needed to freshen the game up, and they've managed to keep it the same, but yet change it as well. And not change it in ridiculous ways that are going to piss everybody off. Like, this isn't fucking Gears anymore. This is fucking... I don't know what this is, but it's not Gears.
Control, need backup. A smasher thing's about to... Fuck it. Never mind, Control. I took care of it. DBs, we gotta secure this straight.
So there's none of that pish, and you'll find wee upgrade nodes for them throughout the level. So when you're playing it, scout around. You can open safes, you can tell them to do things, you can tell them to lift weapons for you. You can just like aim the gun at a grenade or a fucking heavy weapon. You need to upgrade the heavy weapon thing right enough. He doesn't just lift that off the bat. Get a Lancer you want to get, you run out of ammo. I've run out of ammo, Jack, go and get that, will you? And he'll go and he'll fucking do it. You can also set off hazards, like environmental hazards, like steam jets, and you can scald your enemies and they're all running about going bah! And as they're doing that, you can fucking shoot them in the face and blow their heads up with really satisfying effect, you understand. You can also select your character to a point. When I started the game, I could select between JD, Dell and Jack. I don't know why I wanted to go Jack, right enough. But then when I got to a certain part of the game, it switched me to Kate. So I'm playing as Kate now. Which yeah, it's cool. She's a cool character, I like her. I can't remember, you're cutting about with a couple other people. JD's become a bit of a prick, for reasons. Which you'll see. I hope you play it. I really hope this convinces you if you haven't otherwise been convincing. The fact that you can get it on Game Pass for the PC and the Xbox. If you're on Game Pass or you're sort of smothering, go grab it for a month. See what you think. You'll love it. If you like Gears, you're going to love this. It's just a no-brainer. And this game comes with its Horde mode versus blah 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 blah. There's also Hive Busters mode, which I didn't play because it's multiplayer only, so there you go. There is Hive Busters DLC, but I'll get to that another day. Pretty sure this is also the longest Gears. I think it's about around 12 to 15 hours. So it doesn't seem that long comparing what we've got around about us. Like, you've got like Rage and your big Assassin's Creed open world games, but this is only pseudo open world. It's not fully open world, but it is explorable, and I do suggest you just take your time, go and have a look and see what you can find. You get a map. The thing I do like about it is it doesn't just thrust you into an open world game. There is the linear sections at the start, and that lasts quite a bit longer than I remembered. The enemy variety is also a lot better than this, I think. At least I think it is. It is highly possible that it's just the same, but I've just been having a lot more fun playing, so I've not noticed it the same. It's probably what it actually is, believe it or not. There are some new enemies, I'm going to introduce you to them now. So ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the Swarm.
Yeah, and now I gotta get up again. Was getting worried. You didn't report back.
Radio died, and these guys pulled me out of a jam.
Guess I owe you twice, Phoenix.
Now what?
Open fire! Down! Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit! Everyone, run! JD, we lost him!
Delta, I'll sit down for extraction.
No!
What are the Swarm? Well, they're the replacements for the Skrull from the first game, basically. They're leeches that leech off you and can take over units of robotic persuasions. There's also other little robot bits in the game where people are they're corrupted robots, kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn, and they're kind of like zombies actually. But I find them quite fun to shoot, and you take them apart and you get to like that another bit that's like a sphere and you shoot it and they blow up and die. Or you can chainsaw them, or you can sneak up on them and just take the battery out their back, because why the fuck not? And as it comes to enemies and bosses, you get familiar faces that have been changed slightly. You remember the Brumac, don't you? Well, now you've got a Swarmac. You're like, that was a bit of a shitty naming convention there, people. You even know what that fucking means, Brumac? What is that? Do you get a swarm, sir? That's maybe a corpse, sir? I don't think so. I don't remember unless I missed it in the open world section, which is entirely possible. And you'll also find out that Kate has got some connection to this swarm. She gets eaten by a, I don't know what the fuck it is, a four-legged slouch vagina monster. That's kind of what it looks like. And then she starts to be able to take control of these creatures, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? And this is where you can choose whether to kill the swarm or your allies. You're like, fucking, I killed a bit of both, because, well, we've got to try these things, don't we? It's fun. And it's got your emotional moments as well. It's like, oh, boo-hoo, this guy died from the whatever game, and I don't really remember who the fuck he was anyway. So, who cares? There's a nice wee choicey bit at the end of the game, but I'll leave that entirely for you to find out. A wee choice. Ooh, A or B, motherfucker. It's thrilling, isn't it? Anyway, I think I've rabbited enough pish. I'll see you in the next video, which will be something not Gears of War related. Or Gears related. There is a Gears Tactics game, but it's not a shooter, so I'm not doing that just now. If I ever do it, I don't know, I'll see. Good night.
Hey, Del.
Hey, what?
I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Del, it's been hours. Tell me we're getting close.
Marcus's coordinates put New Hope in valley up ahead. So we're close. So you haven't said a word in a while. How you doing?
The good news is, I'm starting to get the hang of this thing, which has been a nice distraction. Look, I'll be okay. It's just hard to believe Uncle's really gone.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks for asking about how I'm doing, by the way.
Thanks for driving. Exhausting as it looks.
Very much so.
Hey, I'm sorry for the way JD treated you back at the village. He's just...
No, you're the last person who needs to apologize for him.
Yo, stop! We got a gate ahead! And, from the look of it, this wall's pretty recent too.
Definitely new car. All right, let's get around and find a way to open this thing.
Look, JD kept a big secret from you. But how am I any different?
You told us your secret.